Good morning, ladies. Welcome to Mat Level 2. How are you today?
Good.
Good. Thanks for coming. Before we start, anybody has any health issues I should know? Anybody pregnant?
No.
No hangover still?
No.
Still the shoulders, okay. You're an advanced student, you can judge pretty well, I guess, on your own. There are a few exercises where we try to do quite a mobilization, so just keep your arms either this way or down. If we do push-ups, maybe try on one hand or eliminate. Yeah, it should not be too many exercises. Yeah, if you feel uncomfortable, just interrupt me and let me know. Anyone else? No? Okay, perfect. Then let's get started. Stand in front of your mat. Cross your hands into chin position. Your feet on top, yes, and slowly sit down. Once you're down, interlock your hands behind your knees and slowly roll down, vertebra by vertebra. And lay down your feet in a 90-degree angle. We're going to start to find our neutral pelvis and our neutral spine. So now what I would like you to do is just to tuck and arch under, moving basically backwards and forwards for a few times. And then I would like you to settle in a position that feels comfortable to you between a tuck and an arch. You can check if you have a neutral pelvis by placing your hands in a diamond position on top of your pubic bone, and it should be flat. So if you put a glass of coffee there, or a cup of coffee, it should not tilt. Yeah, that's fine. Now I would like you to draw your attention towards your spine. Note that your tailbone is resting on the mat. We're going to find our neutral spine now. As you journey up, notice your natural curve in your back. Your rib cage is resting, your shoulders are nicely down. And now I would like you to top your chin towards your chest. Basically make a double chin. Very nice. This is your neutral spine. Now let's continue with the breathing. Put your hands on your rib cage. We go through 3 different kinds of breathing. The first one is the diaphragmatic breathing. So when you breathe in deeply through the belly, through your sides and through your back, your rib cage expands and breathe out again. Breathe in deeply through the sides, through the belly and your back, and breathe out. Nice. One more time. Now on your next exhale, I want you to contract your pelvic floor and your abs even more. And release. Breathe in deeply. And when you breathe out, think about your pelvic floor and your abdominals to be engaged. Nice. Now we come to our Pilates breathing. I want you to breathe in only through the sides and through your back. So it's a more shallow breath. In and keep your pelvic floor and abs engaged. Nice. Good. Yeah. So keep this breathing through the entire exercise. Be mindful of your pelvic floor and your abs. Everybody okay with that? Yeah?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Then let's move on. We're going to start with our pelvic roll up. We're going to do ankles and heels. The focus of this exercise is on your pelvic stability, but also a little bit of coordination, and we're warming up our ankles. Breathe in to prepare, and when you breathe out, I want you to push with your back into the mat, tuck your tailbone under, and slowly roll up, vertebra by vertebra, finishing in one long line between your knee, your hip, and your shoulder. Nice. Now what I want you to do, when you breathe in, lift your right heel off the floor, and lower, and go to the left side. Breathe in and breathe out, alternating when you have, alternating your feet, yes. And we do 2 more. And then what I want you to do to lift your heels off. So basically breathe in and lift. Breathe out the other heel, toes, sorry. Okay, beautiful. We do 2 more. And then I want you to alternate. You lift the heel of your right and the toe of your left foot at the same time. Very nice. Keep your pelvis up and stable. Yep. Yes, nice. And keep up. Very good. Shoulders good? Yeah? Okay. Nice. And last one. And then slowly roll down vertebra by vertebra. Put your hands a little bit further to your side. We're going to do our side to side. So focus of this exercise is on your spinal articulation and also rotation. Breathe out. Put your knees to the right side and move your head to the left. So really engage, stretch over, and I want you to keep your shoulders on the mat. Breathe in, come back to center slowly. Breathe out. Move your knees to the left, keeping your knees together and your shoulders on the mat. You should really feel a nice stretch on your back. And come back to center when you breathe in. One more time. Breathe out. Your knees to the right, your head to the left. And breathe in, come back to center. And breathe out last time. Knees to the left. And your head to the right. And come back to center. Nice. Now we're going to go for our preps for abs and twist and for our 100. So we're going to warm up a little bit our abs. What I want you to do, put your hands closer to your hips. Breathe in to prepare. And when you breathe out, I want you to lift your chest and your head up, but just as much as your last part of the shoulder blades are basically still on the floor. Nice. And come back down. Breathe out. Lift. Breathe in, lower. And come back up. We do 2 more. And last one. And now stay here. I want you now to interlock your fingers behind your leg. Open up your shoulders and then you twist to the side. Breathe in, come back to center. Breathe out, twist. Make sure that your elbows are away from each other. I don't want you to do this, yeah? Nice. And come back to center. Yeah. Everybody feeling that? Yeah? Slowly warming up. Keep up a little bit. Nice. Okay. Beautiful, Francisca. Nothing to do. Nice. Last one. And now we're going to go into our preparation for hundreds. So extend your arms straight behind your head. Straighten your legs. Put your heels together and your inner thighs are squeezing together. When you breathe in, I want you to slide your toes on the mat. Breathe out. Extend both legs towards the ceiling and come up with your hands. Very nice. And lower down. And come back to your original position. We do 2 more times. Breathe in, slide your toes. Breathe out. Come up. Breathe in, slowly come down. And breathe out as you return to your original position. Last one. Breathe in, slide your toes. Come up. Beautiful. And come back down. So we go straight into our hundreds. I want you to do the hundreds all with extended legs. We still pump with our arms 100 times. 5 in for breathe and 5 pumps for breathe out. And when you breathe out, I want you guys to lower your legs. Alright? Beautiful. Let's go. Breathe in. Slide your toes. Breathe out. Come back up. And breathe in. 2, 3, 4. Breathe out. Breathe in. 2, 2, 2. Breathe out. 2, 2, 2. Breathe in. 3. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. 5. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Almost there. Breathe out. Breathe in. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And slowly lower down. Or hug your knees and roll from side to side. How was that? Good. 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 Perfect. Now, whenever you feel a bit of release in your back, straighten your legs again. Your hands behind your head. We're going to go into our roll-up stretch. So the focus of this exercise is on your spinal flexion, and we are stretching also a little bit our hamstrings, etc. Breathe in. Bring your arms towards the ceiling. Your legs are straight in front of you with your heels together and your inner thighs squeezing together, yeah? When you breathe out, I want you to lift up your chest and your chin and slowly peel off your spine. Slowly, Janina. Yeah. Vertebra by vertebra. Yeah. And come back on top of your thighs. Try to reach your toes. Now, breathe in. You flex your feet and hold the stretch. Nice. Beautiful. And when you breathe out, you slowly go back down. Your hands are in front of you, you're gazing up, and slowly go down vertebra by vertebra. Very nice. We do that 2 more times. Your hands towards the ceiling, and your hands following we will start. You're right, Francisca, let's not lose too much time. Let's go ahead. Breathe out, lift the chest and your head up. And slowly, vertebra by vertebra, you are lifting up your spine. Peel it off, nice. Try to touch your toes. Flex your toes. Enjoy the stretch. Try to go a little bit further down. And when you breathe out, you come back up. Slowly, again, roll down. Beautiful. Now, circle your arms around, stopping at your hips. Bend your knees into a 90-degree angle. We're going to go into our pelvic roll-up series. The focus is also on your pelvic stability again, but with this one, we're also going to work a little bit your glutes and your hamstrings at the same time. So, if you don't feel it in the glutes after this, you let me know. Okay, breathe in to prepare, and when you breathe out, tuck your tailbone under, squeeze your back into the mat, and slowly lift up your spine vertebra by vertebra towards the ceiling. Nice. Breathe in, squeeze your left glute and raise your right leg into tabletop. Breathe out, extend your right leg in front. Nice. Breathe in, come back to tabletop. Breathe out, lower down. Breathe in, squeeze your right glute, lift your left leg, tabletop. Extend in front, tabletop, come back down, and keep going. What I want you to do to come basically towards me and not lift it up. Yes, extend in front. Very nice. And keep your palms up. Nice, and come towards me. Yes, beautiful. We do 2 more. Have your glutes engaged. Think about your pelvic floor. And extend in front, and last one. Come up into tabletop, extend, tabletop, and back. So now I want you to keep up. We're gonna go into our next one. So the beginning is pretty much the same. So squeeze your left glute, lift up your right leg into tabletop, extend it in front of you. Then I want you to put the leg towards the ceiling, flex your foot, and try to lower down leading with your tailbone and lift up. Flex lower, point and lift. Flex lower. Someone is cracking up there. All good? Yeah? Feel okay? Okay, come on here. Nice. Who is not feeling that? Okay, because everybody's feeling that. Beautiful. It's a very nice exercise for your stability, but also for your glutes. Do 2 more. How's the shoulder? Good. Good? Okay, perfect. And back tabletop and lower it down. Nice. We do the left side. Oh, good? Almost there. Breathe in and stand out. Straight towards the ceiling. Flex and lower. Lift, lower. Lift and point. And really when you go up, try to squeeze even your glutes more. Okay, we do 4 more, and 3, and 2, and last one, nice. Into tabletop and lower down, nice. And now slowly roll down your spine vertebra by vertebra. Nice one, no? Yeah. I like this one. So now we're gonna go into our hamstring stretch. I want you to extend both legs in front of you. Lift your right leg up towards the ceiling. Grab your right thigh with your hands. And now you simply flex and point. We're going to stretch our hamstrings, but also our ankle and our calf muscle. 2 more. And now what I want you to do, try to bend your knee and bring your foot closer to your shoulder just for a second. And extend 1 more time. You should be now able to extend it a little bit further. Nice. Now what we're going to do, we're going to do a piriformis stretch and our adductor stretch. So flex your foot. Externally rotate your foot. Yeah? Externally, like this. Yeah? Basically point all to Janina. Yes, nice. Now what I want you to do, I want you to hold your right foot with your left hand first. Okay, and try, still externally rotated, try to pull it towards your left shoulder. Very nice. You should feel a stretch here. Yeah, this is your piriformis stretch. Who is not feeling that? Oh, okay, that means everybody. Very nice. Okay, and come back to center. Now you still keep your foot externally rotated. You just grab it with your right hand, beautiful, and turn it out. This is your AB stretch. Nice. You feel it?
Yeah.
Yeah. I see it shaking. So it looks good. Very nice. Okay, the yogi people are here. Okay, lift up, come back to center, keep your foot up, your hands by your side, we go straight into our leg circles. Okay, breathe out, lower, breathe in, lift. Breathe out, lower, breathe in, lift. Try to keep your hip very stable here. Try to have your shoulders anchored. You can get a bit more stability if you flex actually that foot that is on the ground. Use this as a kind of anchor and rotate the other direction. Breathe out, lower, breathe in, lift. Breathe out, lower, breathe in, lift. We do 4 more and then we're gonna go and stretch our left leg. Beautiful. And last one. And slowly bend your foot and lower it down to the floor. Nice. Flex now your right leg. Anchor it into the mat and lift up your left leg towards the ceiling. Extend it, grab your thumb and point and lift, flex. Also here we stretch our hamstrings, calf and ankle. We do 2 more. And now try to bend your left leg, bring it towards your shoulder, nice. For a second and extend one more time. Now you should feel the stretch even a little bit more intense. Okay, nice. Now also here externally rotate your foot. Now basically we are all looking towards Francisca with your external, yeah, like this. Okay? Okay. You need to stretch more, darling. Okay, now what we're gonna do, we hold the left leg with your right hand and try to pull it towards our right shoulder. Yeah, nice. Try to. What should I do with you, darling? Just do. Very nice. Okay, come back up. Still have it externally rotated. Yeah, and try to grab it with the ease. Try to keep your hip down. I know it must be. Nice, but you are saying also super flexible.
Yeah.
No. Super flexible. Nice. How is your shoulder with this?
Yeah.
Good? Yeah. Okay. Nice. And come back up. The center. Keep your leg up. We're gonna go into leg circles with our left leg. Breathe out, lower. Breathe in, lift. Breathe out, lower. Breathe in, lift. We do 8 on one side and then you switch to the other side. So I'm done with 8. You follow your own speed. Just remember, breathe out, lower. Breathe in, lift. If your the hip joint makes any strange sounds, just reduce the size of your circle. Okay, last one. And bend your foot and slowly lower it down. Nice. Now what I want you to do, extend your arms behind your head. Breathe in, lift your arms towards the ceiling. And breathe out, lift your chest and your head up, and we just gonna roll up, about halfway. We start up here and then put your arms aside. We're gonna move into our lunge combo. So basically, I think it's easier if you face me. Yeah. We need to believe.
No, it's fine.
No, it's fine. We come close. That's okay. Okay, let's start with your right foot in front. Either your hands by your side or both on one side, whatever feels comfortable. Make sure you have a 90-degree angle here. Tuck your back toes under and lift your back like that. Nice. Push with your hip towards the mat, yeah? Squeeze your glute even more. And now what I want you to do, I want you to lift up your left arm in front and bend to the side. Basically we do, yeah, and back to the, you should really feel a nice flat stretch here. Everybody feeling that? Yeah. Yeah? Looks very nice, Francisca. Beautiful. And hold for 3, 2, 1. And lower it down. Now what I want you to do, I want you to move your front foot, yes, to the side and sit down. We're gonna go into our pigeon stretch. Okay? Now depending on your flexibility, you stay either up here or you go down, or maybe you wanna lay. I don't know. You tell us. So should be just a nice stretch. Yeah, I know. Go down, darling. I come with you. Feels good? Yes?
Yes.
Francisca?
Yep.
Yeah. Looks very nice. Okay, hold for 3, 2, 1. And slowly push yourself up again. Now what I want you to do, I want you to tuck the back toes under, lift yourself up, your torso, and move the front leg back. Nice. We're gonna go into plank, ladies. We're gonna hold the plank now for a minute. Okay, and keep going. Squeeze your glutes, have your abs engaged. Nice, open up your shoulder here. Beautiful. Your neck is a natural extension of your leg. Yes, like this. Keep pushing against to activate your shoulder. Nice. Beautiful plank, Francisca. How are you guys? Good? How is it with your arm? Yeah? Otherwise, maybe on the, but the elbow would be the same, huh? See, I only hold because of you. I don't do any crazy other stuff. It's beautiful. How are you feeling, ladies? Good? Okay. Yeah. Okay, you know what? We don't hold a minute. We hold just for another 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. And now I want you, not underneath, not underneath. I want you to push yourself back into an up stretch. Keep pushing with your heels towards the window side. And make sure that you are, look a little bit up. Your head is there, yes. Try to put your elbows away from your ears, basically. Create space there, nice. And hold. Now, ladies, we're gonna go into push-ups, okay? Francisca, I don't know if you can do that. Maybe you just, yeah, hold. Everyone else, come with me. All right? Okay. Breathe in lower, breathe out, lift. Breathe in lower, breathe out, lift. Breathe in lower, breathe out, lift. Keep gazing a little bit in front here, and your neck is, yeah. Like this. Do 2 more. And last one. Nice. So what I want you to do, I want you now to use the other leg and push it in front. So we just had the right leg, so you put your left leg in between your feet. Yeah, nice. 90-degree angle. Your hair is good?
Yeah.
Yeah? Looks good. It looks good. And keep pushing with your hip towards the mat. Okay? Squeeze your glutes. Now what I want you to do, I want you to raise your right hand in front. You can almost tap. And like that. Really enjoy the stretch on the side. Yes. Feels good, huh? Yeah. I like that as well. And slowly come back. Now I want you to lower your back knee down and move your front knee so that you can lay on it basically. We're gonna go into our pigeon stretch. Yeah. And some close to you. You can hold hands.
Yes.
The stretch? Yeah. And hold for 3, 2, 1. Slowly push yourself up again. Tuck the back toes under and push your front leg back. We're gonna go here again into plank position. Okay, we're gonna hold for 30 seconds. Nice. Keep up. Keep your pelvic floor engaged. Keep your abs really activated. Try to open up here a little bit. Looks good. So we have 20 more. Yes. Squeeze your glutes in. That's nice. Beautiful. How's your shoulder, Francisca? Okay. Is it okay? Yeah. Looks good. Very nice. Okay, we hold. Let's hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And now push yourself back into up stretch. Keep pushing with your heels into the mat. Try to create space between your ears and your shoulders. Nice. And now we're going to go into push-ups. Okay? Breathe in lower, breathe out, push. Breathe in lower, breathe out, push. Breathe in lower, breathe out, push. We do 4 more. And 3, and 2, And one last one. Nice. Now what I want you to do, just lower down your knees. We're gonna go into our back support series. So we're gonna basically do a reverse plank. So just sit down, return on the side. Your hands are facing your bottom. Your feet are bent, not together but also not too far away, basically like a sit-bone with a park, okay? And breathing to prepare. When you breathe out, I want you to push up and open up from your shoulder. Try to push basically your heart towards the ceiling. And hold. Hold for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and slowly lower down. Very nice. How's that? Good. Good? Your shoulder is tight? Yeah? Okay. Beautiful. Now what I want you to do, we're going to rolling. So come a little bit in front of your mat, not that you hurt yourself. And after the rolling, we go straight into our air exercise. We have 5 exercises focusing on your abdominal endurance, and I know that all of you can stay with me, so it's not so tough, just a little inshallah. Okay, lift up your feet, grab your ankles here in front, nice. Have a roundish back, look down towards your belly button, and when you breathe in, I want you to look back and breathe out. Yeah. Try not to put your feet on the mat and not your head on the shoulder. The more tight you are, the more you need to use your abs. Are you okay? Yeah? You want a double mat? No, it's fine. No? Okay, just a few. Okay, and slowly roll down. So we're gonna go into our abs. We do coordination 1, 2, and 3, scissors and bicycles. So extend your legs in front of you. We basically have the same setup as for our hundreds to start with. So you have your heels together, you have your inner thighs squeezing together, you are in neutral pelvis and neutral spine to start with. Okay? So let's breathe in, slide our toes on the mat, breathe out, lift up, open, close, tabletop, and lower down, and extend back. Breathe in, slide your toes, breathe out, lift up, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out, and continue. Breathe in, slide, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, and lower down. Please, 4 more. Breathe in, slide, come up, open, close, lower down, and go back. Breathe in, slide, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in. Last one. Slide, extend, open, bend, close. Now what I want you to do, interlock your fingers behind your neck. We go straight into coordination 2. Breathe in, slide your toes on the mat. Breathe out, lift up. Now what we're going to do, you're going to open, close, tabletop. Open, close, and lower down. Breathe out, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in. Open, open, close, tabletop. Extend, open, close, tabletop. We do 2 more. Everybody feeling that already or not yet? Yes. Yeah? Okay. So coordination 3 is the last one. Extend, go back into your original hundreds position basically to start with. We slide our toes on the mat. Breathe out, come back out. So now what we're going to do, when you breathe in, you open only to the right, come back to center, breathe out, open on the left, come back to center, breathe in, breathe out, and lower down. Okay. And slide, come on. 1 more time, no, not 1 more, 7 more times. And open, and close, and both legs. And tabletop, and come back up and extend your arms behind you. Breathe in, slide your toes. Breathe out, lift up. Breathe, yeah. Just slightly, yes, nice. Open both legs, beautiful. Tabletop, and come back. Yes, slide your toes. Breathe out, lift up. Open one side, other side, nice. Both legs, and Okay, slide. Breathe out, lift. One side open. Nice. Other side. Both sides. And down. So that's the last one. Okay. Breathe in, slide. Breathe out, extend. Open to the right, open to the left. Open both legs, tabletop, and come back down. Nice. Extend your arms behind you. Now what I want you to do, I want you to still slide your toes when we breathe in. Still extend your legs top with your hands up. We're going to go into scissors. Keep pushing with your back, yeah? I don't want here any crazy gap. If you feel your neck, try to lengthen through your fingers, basically in top. Yeah? We do 2, 1, and we go straight into bicycles. Bicycle in and out. 4, 3, 2, 1, opposite direction. 6, 5, 4, beautiful ladies. 3, 2, 1, and hug your knees and roll from side to side. How was that?
Very nice.
Yeah?
Very nice. Yeah.
Any pain?
Burning.
Burning in the
Burning my tummy.
That's where it should burn a little bit. But let's release that. Let's do a side to side. Put your feet 90-degree angle. Put your hands a little bit further away than hip width apart. Breathe out. Put both your knees to the right and with your head to the left. Just enjoy and slowly using your abs also to come back to center. And breathe out to the left side your knees and your head to the right side. Keep your knees together, Janina. Yeah, nice. And stretch. How you feel? Good? Getting your breath back. And come back. Let's do 2 more on each side. 1 more round. 2 more. Try to keep your shoulder on the mat. How does your shoulder feel?
Good.
Good.
Lying.
True. We're gonna do a lot now in live. Yeah, if you need a sip of water, actually, good point. Always good to be hydrated. Now what I want you to do, just put your knees now to the right side and roll yourself over onto your belly. We're gonna go into our back extension series. Over here. The setup is that your big toes are together, your heels are apart, your kneecaps are off the mat, your front thighs are engaged. This setup is important to open up also your sacrum. And when you lay, I want you to lay with a neutral pelvis roll. Okay? Your hands are basically underneath your shoulder. Your forehead is on the mat. And let's get started. When you're breathing, I want you to lift up your chest, but don't push into your arms basically. I want you really to use your back muscle. You can test just lifting up your arms and see if you're using which muscles you use, yeah? Just be mindful of that. And breathe out lower. Breathe in, lift. Breathe out lower. Breathe in, lift. Breathe out lower. Breathe in, lift. We do 2 more. And then I want you to use your legs. We start with your right leg. So breathe in, lift your right leg and lower. Breathe in, lift your chest and lower. Breathe in, lift your left leg. Breathe out, lower. Breathe in, lift your chest and lower. Lift your right leg, lower. Your chest, lower. And last one on the left side. Nice. Now we're going to go into our breast strokes. Extend your arms in front of you when you breathe out. Breathe in, open up into T, lift up. Breathe out, lift up your chest even more, move your hands towards your hips with your palm facing down. And breathe out, breathe in, 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 breathe out, breathe in. Nice, we do 2 more. Breathe out, lift up your chest even more, circle back and come back underneath. Last one. Breathe out, in, out, and in. Nice. Have your arms by your side on your shoulder. Slowly relax. Get your breath back. Everyone good? Yeah? Okay. Now extend your arms behind you with your palms facing up. We're gonna go into our flight side bend. So palms are facing up. The setup for the feet remains the same. Okay? Now what I want you to do, I want you to lift up your chest a little bit, and then when you breathe out, I want you to side bend and basically let your fingers slide down your thigh and come back to center. Yes, and keep your shoulders up. Yes, just your head also. Keep gazing down. Yeah, not with the head, just with your side. Yes, like this. Beautiful. Everyone feeling that? That it should go really nicely. Beautiful. Beautiful. Keep your head stable. Yeah. Just yes. Beautiful. Okay. We do 2 more. Last one. Nice. Now put your hands underneath your shoulder. We're gonna lift up. We're gonna go into our single leg kick. So your feet are now open behind, a little bit, okay? When you breathe out, I want you to kick with your right heel towards your bottom, twice, then lift up your thigh a tiny bit, extend your leg and lower. Lift. Okay? We do 2 more, and last one on each side. Nice. Now what I want you to do, push yourself into child's pose and just relax. Who wants to stretch?
Me.
Okay. You were first. How is the shoulder? All good?
Yeah.
Yeah? Breathe in and breathe out. Very nice, ladies. You're doing really a great job. Really and breathe in. So wonderful. Yeah? Good? How do you feel, Melina? All good?
Very good.
Yeah, very good. We're almost done. Almost. We only need to work a little bit our spine and our legs. And you are most welcome. Okay, now what I want you to do, push yourself up. We're gonna go into our spine twist. So sit up tall. Basically your feet facing me, yeah? You can wiggle a little bit from left to right to make sure that you're really sitting on your sit bone. I want you to have a neutral pelvis. Okay? So we're gonna go into our spine twist 1. Extend your arms by your side. Okay? Beautiful. Sit up tall. Your pelvis is in neutral. And breathe in to prepare. And when you breathe out, you rotate to the right. Just twice and come back to center. Breathe out. Okay, 2 more. Focus is, of course, on your spinal rotation. How does that feel? Good? Okay, nicely. Now what we're gonna do, we're gonna go into our spine stretch. So what I want you to do, I want you to open up your feet just a little bit further than your hip. Yeah? Also make sure, same setup, that you're really sitting on your sit bones. You have a neutral pelvis. Your hands are in front of you, palms facing each other. Put your hands down, sit up tall. Right into prepare. And when you breathe out, I want you to tuck your chin under and only move your hands basically in front by only moving your thoracic spine. This is an exercise really for mobilization of your cervical and thoracic spine and your lumbar spine. I put my feet here to give you support. Stay still. And now come back. Nice. Sit up tall. Same. Breathe out. Chin. Lower. Come back down. Only moving this part. Beautiful. Breathing hold. Stretch. Only moving your arms. And come back up. Nice. How does that feel? Good. Beautiful. Straight back. I think you don't even need my help. Very nice. You should feel a nice stretch here. And come back up. Do one more time. Okay. Nice. Now we're gonna go into our open leg balance. 1 and 2. I want you to keep this position. Basically, you sit up straight. Breathing. You get your feet in a diamond position to start with. Okay? So when you breathe in, I want you to extend your right leg. Breathe out, come back. Breathe in, extend the left leg. You can also hold underneath your ankles if you're not so flexible like me, for example. Important here is that you have a straight back, so it's not so important to have your legs extended. Now we extend both legs. Okay? So extend and close. Breathe in, extend. Breathe out. Breathe in, extend. Breathe out, close. Now we're going to move into our open leg rock or crack. So make sure there are no hazardous parts behind you, so that you hurt yourself again. Okay? Breathe in, roll back. Breathe out, come back up and extend. Bend and roll. Make sure that you're not putting your neck on the mat when you roll back, and your feet should also stay off. Nice, we do one more. Okay, and now what I want you to do, just put your feet in the tabletop, your hands down, and slowly roll down. We're going to go into our pendulum. Extend both your legs towards the ceiling. Your hands are by your side, a little bit more than hip width apart. And when you breathe out, I want you to move both your legs to the right and with your head to the left. Important here is that you keep your shoulder on the mat. And come back to center when you breathe in. Nice. How does it feel? I also want you to use your abs when you come back to the center. Nice. So you should really move like the clock, the old ones that your grandma had in the kitchen. At least mine had it there. Nice. Okay. Keep your shoulders here. Beautiful. Now, last one, I come back to center. We move into our corkscrew. So what I want you to do, you're gonna lower your legs towards me. Breathe out and breathe in. Beautiful. Breathe out, lower. Breathe in, lift. Breathe out, lower. And breathe in, lift. Make sure that your shoulders remain on the mat. We do 2 more. And last time, and reverse. Opposite direction. You good, Money? Yeah? All good?
All good.
All good? Abs are engaged? Working. At least you look really nice, ladies. Two more. And last one. And now what I want you to do, put your hands behind your head, your legs slowly lowering down to the floor. Breathing, lift your arms up towards the ceiling, and when you breathe out, lift your chest up and your head up and slowly roll up here. We're going to move into our saw. So basically stay in this position. I just turn around, open up your legs. Wiggle again a little bit from left to right to make sure you know how to down right? I know. I do it. And otherwise put maybe the towel underneath. Yeah? Okay. Now when you breathe in, I want you to rotate to the side. Try to slide your fingers now down. Keep pushing with your back arm back. And then I want you to still keep in the rotation but lifting up again. And back to center. Very nice. Breathe in, turn to the side. And roll down. Breathe out. And when you breathe out, you return to center. Breathe in to the side. keeping the stretch, and come back to center. We do 2 more on each side. You can also loosen up a little bit your knees to make it easier to sit, yeah? You want my towel? Take this one for your leg exercise. Afterwards, much easier. Okay. Last one. And come back up. Beautiful. So now we only have to do our legs and we are done for today. So what I want you to do, get a towel. If you have, the mats are quite thin, so maybe you put your towel underneath your hip if it's sensitive. I know it's sensitive. And lay on your left side and make sure you can see me. Okay, so that at least we are all on the same side. We're going to start with our side lift flex, followed by arabesque and ovals. So we work your lateral stabilization, but also, of course, your legs, your glutes, and also your obliques. So the setup, okay, I don't need to mention the towel because everybody has it already between the ears and the shoulder. Very nice. Now make sure that your underneath waist is lifted, that your hips is stacked on top of each other, your thighs are together, your knees and your toes. Make sure that your toes are also slightly in front, so when you lay here, you should see them. Okay, your top shoulder is drawing back. Okay, beautiful. Now, when we breathe out, we lift both legs, flex, lift the top leg. Breathe in, lower, point, lower. Breathe out, lift, flex, lift. Breathe in, lower, point, lower. Breathe out, lift, flex, lift. Lower, point, lower. Halfway through, breathe out, lift, flex, lift. Lower, point, lower. Lift, flex, lift. Lower, point, lower. We have 2 more. Lift, flex, lift. Beautiful, ladies. And last one. Lift, flex, lift. Lower, point, lower. Now, don't lower down to the mat. When you breathe out, lift both legs. Breathe in, go into a V position, so your heels are together. And then I want you that your back leg moves into arabesque. So basically, and come back. Parallel and lower. Breathe out, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out, in, out, in, arabesque. Come back to center, parallel and lower down. Lift, V position, arabesque, come back, parallel and lower. Beautiful. Lift, V, arabesque, come back, join, parallel and lower. 2 more. Lift, V, arabesque, and try to keep your hips stable. Last one. Lift, V, arabesque, come back, join, parallel and lower. Now we have the last leg exercise, ladies. Lift up. Breathe in, V position. And now when you breathe out, I want you to semicircle backwards and forwards. Breathe in, semicircle, forward, backwards. Breathe out, semicircle. Nice. We do that now. The first one that says it burns, we do 5 more. No, not burning yet? It's burning. Okay, then we do 5 more. And 4, and 3, and 2, and last one. Now put your foot in front and just tap your back. Nice. Now remove the towel between your ears. We're gonna go into our side bend. So keep basically similar setup with your knees bent. Lift yourself up. Your hand is about 2 feet away. You have both your feet bent. And when you breathe out, I want you to lift up. Yeah, we start with the hand here, and when you breathe out, I want you to lift up. Keep looking, actually, if you can, towards your arm. If it hurts your neck, just keep looking down. And hold for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now what I want you to do, you just come down, come into a plank, and return to the other side, and we do the legs on this side. So I need to turn here. Can you see me? You can look in the mirror, right? Yeah, you can show it anyways. Absolutely fine. Okay. Now we're gonna put the towel again between our ears and shoulder. Setup remains the same. You can sit in your knee, otherwise you can put your head the other side. Yeah? Yeah? It's good? Okay. Breathe out, ladies. Lift both legs. Flex. Lift. Lower. Point. Lower. Lift. Flex. Lift. Lower. Point. Lower. Lift. Flex. Lift. Lower. Point. Lower. Breathe out. Lift. And you breathe in when you lower it down. Out, lift, lower, point, lower. Breathe out, flex, lift, lower, point, lower. Last two. Breathe out, flex, lift, lower, point, lower. Last one. Breathe out, flex, lift, lower, point, lower. Now, both legs up. V position and move the top leg into arabesque. And come back, parallel and lower. Breathe out. V position, breathe in, breathe out, arabesque, come back in V, parallel, lower. Breathe out, lift, V, arabesque, come back into center, parallel, lower. We have 4 more. Breathe in, V, arabesque, come back, V, parallel, lower. 3 more. Breathe out, V, arabesque, come back, V. Very nice, Imani. Francisca, you look gracious as usual. What should I say? Yeah, you just laugh. And last one. So now we're going to rolls. Lift up both legs when you breathe out. Breathe in into V position. Breathe out, semicircle backwards and forwards. Breathe in, semicircle backwards and forwards. Try to keep your hips stable. The circle doesn't need to be very big. So whenever it burns, you tell me and we do 5 more.
Burns burning.
Okay. We do 4 more. And 3. And 2. And last one. Nice. Your foot in front, bend. So. Okay. Push yourself up. We're gonna go into our mermaid stretch and then we go into our glute stretch. So we need to stretch both sides. And segment, good point. Thank you. Forgot. Good students. Thank you. Okay, your hands are 2 feet away.
Just a nice position.
It is. It's just beautiful. Okay. When you breathe out, I want you to push yourself into the mat and lift up. Keep gazing down if it hurts your neck. Otherwise, follow your hand. Thanks for reminding me, ladies. I actually knew it was just a test if you were paying attention. And keep hold for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and slowly lower down. Nice. Keep your knees bent. Basically sit in a kind of pretzel. And you can do like this. Beautiful. Wiggle a little bit side to side, you know. Now have your hands parallel. Let's wait for Janina's hair.
Just move on.
Okay, your hands extended to the side. And now when you breathe out, I want you to bend your right elbow and just and stretch to the side. Keep gazing up your hand if you can, or keep looking down if it hurts you. Just feel a really nice stretch on the side. Yeah, everybody feeling that? Okay, nice. And then come back to center and same. Breathe out to the other side and stretch. Keep gazing up if you can towards your head. If it hurts you, just keep gazing down. How is that with your shoulder? That's good. That's good? Yeah? Okay, nice. And you do one more each side. Breathe out, turn to the side. Both sides are the same or one side feels different?
One side is different.
It's different, right? It's always like this. Breathe in. Come back to center last time. Breathe out. So now we need to stretch our glutes. We worked our legs hard, so we're gonna stretch our glutes on both sides. Come back to center. I want you to sit in a, I think we call it tailor position with your legs crisscrossed. Wiggle a little bit from side to side. Now keep pushing with your outer thighs down. And just try to come forward to feel. You need to be really open here and just downward stretch. I'm gonna help you a little bit. And then change the position of your legs that you can stretch your thighs. Do you feel the stretch? Yeah? It's good? I don't think I need to help you. You just look beautiful. I don't know. I just do like this. Really nice. It's very intense anyway. Yeah? Okay, nice. So switch your legs. Then you can also pass it. Need to take a picture. Really nice. Yes. Okay. And just walk your hands. And enjoy a nice glute stretch. And whenever you feel ready, come up. And we're almost done. We're already at our warm down, so we're gonna do seal puppy, and then we're basically done for today. Yeah. Okay. Put your feet into diamond position. Grab your ankles from the inside. Okay. When you breathe in, you're gonna roll back, and when you breathe out, you come back up and clap with your feet like a seal puppy. Beautiful. Breathe in. Back. Yeah, I know. If it hurts you because the mat is thin, just do one. It's just for your spinal articulation, just to relax, to have a nice spinal massage at the end. Okay? And last one. And up nice. Now just put your hand on your head and just stretch your neck for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And change sides. Do a nice stretch, and then we both hands on the back of your head. Just hold down. Beautiful. And we finish the same way we came. Put your hands into genie position, and if you just